Hello everybody, this is J. Scott Heath from heathaplexVISION.com, and I'm here to give you a quick and dirty review about the iPad, the Apple iPad. Not that you've seen any news about it because it really hasn't been advertised that well, but in case you missed it, I'm going to give you not a review about how to turn the thing on and how it all works. Everybody knows this thing is a big iPhone, and I am not an iPhone owner, so this thing has been great for me. I do have an iPod Touch, so I'm very familiar with the interface, and my 5-year-old picked this thing up in about 2 minutes, so trust me, this thing is parent-friendly, kid-friendly, spouse-friendly, dog and cat-friendly, as you've seen on YouTube. It is a great device, and I'm very happy with my purchase. This is the Wi-Fi version. This is not the 3G version, and this is a 64 gig version of the iPad. And I tell you what, I've been pretty happy with it. If later down the road, I may get a 3G version, but I definitely want to look at getting a second generation or third generation. A little unusual for me to buy a first generation product, but I really want to get my hands on it, and I want to take advantage of some of the things that I like to do with it, which is what I'm here today to talk to you about. So how about if I walk you through what I do getting up in the morning throughout my day? So I get up in the morning. The first thing I do is I hit the weather bug. Absolutely awesome app. I'm a weather guy. I love checking the weather. My wife is asking, hey, what's the day going to be like? The weather bug did a beautiful job with this application. I can get forecasts for the day. I can see the radar. You've got Google Maps in there as well, so it interfaces that. Great application, and one I highly recommend. The other things I do, email. This thing is a great email device. Normally, I'm on my laptop or I'm on my iMac or something like that, but this thing, I have it plugged in right by my bed, I have it docked, so I get up in the morning, just take a quick look at email, and then I start moving off the rest of my day. Some of the other things I'll do is I'll check on some of the news. I'll click on the NPR app. NPR, you guys did a great job with this application. You have access to the reading content as well as the audio content. They have great smattering of stuff, so if you're an NPR reader and listener, you're going to absolutely love this application. There's just so much on here, you could literally spend hours, but I'll just do a quick breeze by. I look at the USA Today, which they did a good job. It's a very clean interface, and I can get just kind of quick headlines on what's going on, weather, things like that. You can put in your own specific data here. Check out the news stories. I could say, I want to check out the sports today. Get some updates on the NFL draft that's going on right now. Again, this device for me is a lot less hassle than having to roll out a laptop, go to different websites. It's instant on, instant connect, and that's what I love about it. But for me personally, this is the ultimate reading device, online access device, and this is why I bought it. Next thing I do is I'll check my calendar. This calendar interface is absolutely beautiful. And what I got on my calendar here is I'm actually sharing a school calendar, my wife's calendar, our personal home appointments calendar, and any birthdays, things like that. This is the weekly view, and I love the landscape mode. If you go to the day mode, it'll tell you exactly what's going on with the day mode, or with the day, all the different events. I really love what they did with the calendar. It's very cool. Of course, you got contacts. This is what I've been waiting for. I held out for the Kindle for a long time because I really thought the color screens would come out sooner than they did. I thought e-ink was the thing, but actually having read on this device, on the iPad, the whole eye strain thing, not an issue. I'm not reading 6-7 hours at a pop in a book from the iBook store, but what I really want to do is to start replacing some of the books I have in my library, my hardback books, either giving them away to friends and family or selling them, and slowly converting over to digital format. It's absolutely beautiful what they did with the iBooks. The library's still being built, so you're not going to find tons and tons of books on there. Barnes & Noble and Amazon certainly have the market on that. But here, this is the coolest feature. Anytime I show somebody just a page turn, everybody does the same thing. They all go, ooh. They just think that's the coolest thing. I actually had all the workers at Barnes & Noble playing with this thing for like 30 minutes. They love the iBook app. Books are coming out every day, so I check that thing daily. Wikipedia. If you're doing some research or if you're just trying to get some information on anything, this Wikipedia app is very clean, very cool to read. It's not kind of that bogged down, busy looking website. Like I said, instant access, that one's actually called Articles, if you're looking for that. I got AP News. I said I read a lot of stuff online. And if you're like me and you're on the go or you're saving articles, this is the device that you want to have if you're reading a lot of content online. It's easy to hold in your hand. The other thing is, the file system is something I was worried about, but there's a couple good apps out there. This one called Goodreader, which is basically a file system within the application. I can connect to a server such as my atme.com, my iDisk. So I have basically a cloud hard drive that Apple is supplying me with a yearly charge, and I can get access to my documents at that server. So it connects with that, and I can get access to any of the documents that I have there. I can type in websites directly. And just to show you what a document looks like, and you can create these folders in the left-hand column here. I've got one in here called What is a Systems Approach? And here it is. This is a PDF file of that document. And it's got a really neat interface, and you can do searches. And like I said, it's a great e-reader, and it's been improving almost on a weekly basis. They keep sending updates. If I'm really heavy into an email day and I want to get a lot of information out to people through Twitter or Facebook, TweetDeck. Some of you may be familiar with this. TweetDeck allows you to send messages across multiple accounts of Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, things like that. It's a pretty good interface. I've got about 4 or 5 Twitter accounts linked in here, as well as a Facebook account. It's a little bit buggy at times, and I wish it would say the names of these accounts at the top. But so these are the folks that are all tweeting right now. And it works just like if you're logged into Twitter. You can respond to any of these. If they've got a link, it'll open up a link in Safari. It'll give you some options here: reply, retweet, send direct message, things like that. So again, another great application if you're heavy into the social media stuff. If you like drawing programs, there's an endless supply of them. My son loves using these things. Some of them are very easy to use. Some are not so great, but here's a cool thing. Here's heathaplexVISION.com. I was actually able to make this its own little, we'll call it an application. It's not an application, but it's basically like a shortcut to that website. And so here's how it looks on the iPad. You notice my videos are coming up. I haven't had too many Flash issues. As a matter of fact, the whole Flash issue that everybody was kind of like, oh, they don't support it. Well, there's so many different websites and companies out there moving to HTML5 as an additional option. I basically just moved my videos from Vimeo to YouTube, which they were already there, and I just embedded those instead. Vimeo is working on embed code for HTML5. They may even have it right now. I just may be late to the game. But I just pulled all the videos in so that it would work on the iPad as well. This is Safari, and you get kind of a thumbnail view as well, so you can go right to Facebook, things like that. Kind of like what you'd see in Safari on your big computer. There's a HeathaplexVISION Facebook page. So it's getting there, but I like the fact that you can create a little website right from that. My son uses this thing a lot. One of his favorite programs is the Solar Walk and Star Walk program. It's funny that this one only orients one way, which is kind of funny. This program is absolutely cool. If your kids are into the solar system and the planets, he can teach you all about them. He knows everything about the solar system. It's pretty amazing. It's beautiful to look at. Even shows you the time of the day and exactly where the planets are. There's some great educational learning applications out here, and for my son, he's absolutely loved it, and he's taken to this thing like it's nothing. And of course, there's games for me too, and my wife. She's a big player too. But end of the day, I'm usually going back through the flow of things and checking email, checking my calendar for the next day, making sure everything's still on tap. Basically, this is one of those devices where, like people carry around day planners. This is what I carry around. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you guys today about. I didn't want to spend a lot of time going through the ins and outs of the iPad and what this thing has to offer, because you really need to get your hands on it. Once you get your hands on it, you're like, wow, this thing's pretty amazing. Well, it's time to wrap it up. So let me know if you got any further questions. Visit me on heathaplexvision.com, fill out the contact form, or catch me on Facebook. And let me know what HeathaplexVISION can do to help. Take care and have a wonderful weekend.